Hey there, class, and welcome back. We're in Dragon Age 2, and when we left off, Abilene was being impossible as usual. Now we're going to move on, find something else to do. That Abilene will no doubt disapprove of also, because, as we already mentioned,
Hope the days
she is impossible. So what do we got? Herbalist Task, Fool's Gold, Forbidden Knowledge. Let's do Fool's Gold. I think if we run into any of those tomes along the way, it'll just be sort of serendipity.
Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all day.
Yeah, well, you suck, and I'm awesome. So, too bad for you, buddy. Okay, so that's the Black Powder Courtesy. Now here we've got the Herbalist Tasks, Holding Caves, Wounded Coast, and the Deep Roads. Down we go! Ah, me oh my. I wasn't planning on coming back down here, but what can you do? Apparently if I'd brought Anders with me, he would have been able to save Carver.
Are you sure you want to be down here? The last time it really didn't end well.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. So, apparently, if I had brought Anders, as he's a Grey Warden, he would have been able to save... What are these? Oh, they're just Hurlocks. But, you know, things happened as they did. This is a blind playthrough. I'm avoiding doing too much, Where were you, Anders? Avoiding too much doing, really any Googling or research or anything that would give me an unfair advantage. Every once in a while, I'll get a good suggestion from the audience, from the class, and that'll help me out. But I'm avoiding doing too much cheating. Well, not really cheating, but looking at guides and stuff like that. Because as I said, I want this to be a blind playthrough, to show the experience of a first-time player. Not just... Oh, okay. That guy's gone crazy.
Are you one of Yevon's sons?
Master Hawk? Please help me. My brother, Marin. Iwan locked him in with the Darkspawn.
Really?
He sealed the door. Left me here and bolted for that passage. He's gone mad. All he cares about is that damned sword.
My sword now.
Last time I was here, we picked this place clean. What's your brother looking for?
Iwan called it the Heart Drinker. He says it's the masterwork of an ancient smith from this Tig.
Sounds like a fairy
He bought
tale.
a book from one of the Orzammar caravans. It had the location of the sword.
I know.
Or at least to the golems who guard it.
Another greedy dwarf. You think he took lessons from Bartrand?
Zing.
Maybe, but greed is hardly exclusive to dwarves.
That's fair.
Maybe I should have seen this coming. Iwan has been obsessed with that thing. He wouldn't tell us about the sword, but I never imagined he'd leave us to rot.
This is getting just a little too familiar, isn't it?
Please. I don't want my brother to be eaten by those monsters.
Alright, at this point my microphone came unplugged, so the rest of this is
Get back to the
post-commentary.
surface. Looks like I have a date with the Darkspawn.
It
He's
looks
on
like
the
she's
other
ordered the
side of that
lobster.
wall. You need to find a way to reach him. Please, come tell my father as soon as you have news.
You guys ever watch Mystery Men? I love that movie. Always made me laugh. Especially Tom Waits. Not to mention Paul Rubin, brilliant actor. Brilliant comedian. Probably know him better as Pee Wee Herman, actually. So yeah, somehow my microphone came unplugged right there, in the middle of that conversation. So I have to record the rest of this after the fact, which is going to make it maybe a little less funny and witty, and maybe just a little more analytical of what's going on. So this is where we run into Merrill, and I will come in, I move directly to the left, and I don't notice that there is a larger danger right behind me until right there, when the Darkspawn emissary sends me flying with a fireball. Unfortunately, Aveline rushes in and gets his attention, but Varric gets killed right away. So we have Anders pull him back to life. Unfortunately, that doesn't last very long. I'll get Varric out.
Learn to parry. Love your innards.
Use up one of my injury kits, and then try to just get back to work. As you know, he's Varric, he's a tough guy. And immediately, or almost immediately, he just dies again. Right there. No one else dies, and everyone's standing right next to it, but Varric dies again. I don't know why that is, but it happens. There you go. So we've got Anders to bring him back to life again. And thank God he's got that ability.
By the stone,
So,
I thought I
here's
was
Marin.
done for. Wait. You're Master Hawk.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's you. I had no idea the deep roads would be like this, that the Darkspawn would just be everywhere. I've heard the stories, but
I mean, where
it's
did
not
you
the
think
same
the
as actually
Darkspawn were
being
going to
down
be?
here.
Next time,
the
leave
deep
the
road.
Darkspawn stomping to the people with the big swords. Sound good?
Or maybe I should get a bigger sword.
Nope,
I
just
knew
go
Iwan
home.
was up to something. He got so evasive every time I asked about the blighted sword. I
Which is
still
going to be
can't
mine, as we've
believe
mentioned
he
before.
betrayed us. Do you think he's alive?
From what I've heard, he's just as nasty as the Darkspawn. Maybe they'll crown him their new king.
He wasn't always like this. You know,
Ain't that always the way?
I never realized what the dwarves in Orzammar are up against. They fight these monsters every day of their lives. I
You
don't
played
think I can
Origins,
sit
then you
by
know
and
all
let my
about
people
the,
die while I enjoy
are they
the
called the
easy
Black
life of a
Legion?
merchant. Not anymore. Come find us
Dwarves
when you
who
return. I'm sure Father will want to thank you for saving me.
go out into the deep roads and fight the Darkspawn from dusk till dawn and dawn till dusk. 24/7. You get some pretty sweet armor from them for, what was it? Well, I guess you could use it for anyone. I gave it to Oghren because he's Oghren. Ogren's amazing. So we're just trying to get everyone back into fighting form. And here we're just sort of poking around, seeing if there's any secrets here, or if we can get through that door. Of course we can't. That's the door we can see from the other side, actually, the one that wouldn't let us through to begin with. So it's all the way back out and around. I really wish you could jump in this game. It would just make everything so much easier. I'm not sure why you can't, but I guess it's probably for the same reason that all of the assets are reused. So, like, what happened there? All the assets are reused so much in this game. Oh, spiders. Just like the last time. No monstrous spider this time, thankfully. But they're still they're pretty dangerous little buggers. We just call down the flames, bring down the rain, get the fire going on these guys. Naturally, it wouldn't be a Dragon Age 2 fight if reinforcements didn't start appearing out of nowhere. Which they're going to do right about now. There they are. Right out of nowhere. So we had to Mind Blast that one to get it away from us. I have to get back to our range again, because otherwise the Mage just stands there, smacking at it ineffectually with its staff. So, yeah, dealing with these spiders is a bit of a hassle. But even in this fight, I don't run out of mana. You know, I usually don't run out of mana at all, unless it's 4 or 5 sets of reinforcements that appear, as you may have noticed. I think I'm probably going to stop investing in willpower for a while. Yeah, we know Aveline. I just start focusing more on magic and constitution, give myself a little more survivability. But it's getting harder and harder to keep enemies off me, even with Aveline's prodigious tanking skills. Yep. So I just figured here I would check to see. It's weird, they have spiders carrying mauls. Figured here I'd just check to see if that treasure room from before had anything new in it. And what do you know, it did. A skeleton with some daggers and stuff in it. So I guess sometime in the intervening 3 years, a dwarf came in here, died, and had its flesh picked clean of its bones. It was a pretty morbid thought. I mean, it's only been 3 years. And it's time to go around and start looking for Iwan, which is a very awkward name to say. Iwan, Iwan, Iwan. Just try saying it out loud. It's very awkward. I don't know why they didn't just go with Ivan or Ewan or something like that, but no. And this is actually where we ran into Sandal when we were looking for him in the Deep Roads, where he had the big frozen ogre. So it's kind of funny that we
That's Iwan, isn't it?
find
Poor
Iwan
bugger.
there too.
Doesn't look
Yeah,
like
I
he
have
got
no
a chance to
sympathy
use
for
the
him at
control
all.
rod. Maybe the golems are
Control
further in.
rod. So we grabbed the control rod, which I thought was going to be super cool, but which turns out not to be that exciting. I guess it's pretty exciting, as we're going to see. So here's a golem up here.
Try the
And
rod.
you're probably
Maybe.
trying to figure out what it was doing here. I mean, there are all these golem statues here before. But at this point I figured, awesome, we've got a golem. We're going to be able to activate them and have a whole army of golems. It'll be awesome. And we can go storm, you know, some darkspawn or something. Unfortunately, that's not what happens. As you can see.
Bianca, baby, introduce yourself.
I love that line. So these golems wake up and then we have to go to war with them. Fortunately, we've got a bigger golem on our side.
You will fall.
And these two go down pretty quickly. Like, they offer very little resistance. They're not very tough. And it takes us less than a minute to take them out. It's like 30 seconds. Just boom, they're gone. And then this stupid golem rushes off and immediately starts attacking the next set. So we're not given the time to recover our mana or health. And these two, as we're about to see, are way, way tougher than the first two. I don't know why that is, but, you know, there you go. So all of a sudden, these two golems are incredibly tough. It's a huge leap in difficulty between the first pair and the second pair. Fortunately, we've got the big golem on our side, and we've got Aveline. Doing her job admirably. Calling down the fire, and of course the golems walk right out of the line of fire. It's extremely annoying. That's one of the problems with that Firestorm ability. They're punching ineffectually at Aveline, like she just does not even care that these golems are standing here trying to hurt her. It's just like, not interested. So you can see my entire party is focused on attacking this one golem. This is all 4 party members attacking it at once, and you can see how little damage it's taking. This felt like a pretty strange, almost arbitrary step up in the level of difficulty. But it didn't really matter. I mean, we got through it in the end. We're running over time. Like, I'm trying to keep the newer videos around 12 to 14 minutes, because it keeps the files much smaller. And then the golem runs off to attack yet another one, a third one, so we still don't get the time to recover. And of course, mana and stamina don't recover on their own in the middle of a fight. So I was sort of sitting here thinking, can I just let the golem, ours, take on that golem and leave it be? But Aveline gets her second win there. So I only need to use 1 stamina draft, and 1 lyrium thingy. And then we move on. We try to deal with this guy. And this is a kind of a bad move to rush right in. Fortunately, Aveline got there seconds after me and caught the thing's attention, as did the golem standing there. So here I'm just going all out, trying to take it down. Of course, it runs right out of the way of the Firestorm again. A waste of that spell, a waste of that mana. Sorry, it's really late. I was rendering this and saw that the voice was missing, so I thought may as well just get the narration put down now. We can deal with it later on. Okay, so we're nearly at the end of the fight. I finally realized I didn't have haste activated, so I turned that on. Crushed that golem. And that's the end of the episode. So until the next time, all the best.